Bring your cup and take a seat. Fill it up, coffee, wine, or tea. Come find what you're looking for. A good pour.
Welcome back to A Good Pour. This is Conversations About Good Work. I'm Kathryn Good, your host, and today I have one of my very favorite people, Toby Ellis, Road Superintendent for Sumner County. Welcome, Toby.
Thank you for having me.
Tell me what you do. Do you go out and fix all of our potholes?
You know, in the campaign, it was the we called it the pothole hotline, and which it rings a lot, and so. We've been very blessed with a lot of icy snow conditions over the last 3 winters, and it's wreaked havoc not only on county roads but city and state. I'd like to say we've done a pretty good job trying to work against that, and we have created a patching process that has been kind of a win-win for us. We only have about 53 people that work in the field every day. And of course, managing 800 miles of roadway, it's really a bear at times. But the potholes are getting better. We have paved approximately almost 150 miles of road since I've been in office. That's about 50 miles more than the last, previous administration. But we have been blessed with the commission giving us some extra funding. We are even contracting some of the work and doing the work as well. So people are seeing us in a lot of areas. We're paving in Hendersonville today as well as Bethpage, and we're working as hard and fast and furious to try to get the roads caught up. Because when we took office, in the past, they just didn't have the funds to do the proper maintenance work that they were having. They weren't getting enough roads paved, so they were just getting in the hole every year. So we're going to try to correct that, and it's going to take me, hopefully in the second term, people will really notice a major difference in the infrastructure throughout Sumner County.
So this is an elected position.
It is.
And you've been in roads for a long time.
I have.
And so you remind me what year. I know I know we worked together, but now I've forgotten what year it was. What year were you elected?
22.
22. And so 26, I guess?
26. We are finishing up our third year of the 4-year term.
Yeah.
So it's went fast.
And is this position normally elected? Is it a pretty standard elected position in counties?
Yes. In most counties, it's an elected. There are some counties in the state that appoint a road superintendent. But the majority of them is elected.
It's elected.
It's elected official.
And you're responsible for county roads specifically.
Right.
Do you interact with the cities too?
Oh, yeah. One of the things that I have kind of prided myself in is when we're doing county roads, there's been a few instances where it didn't make sense not to finish the end of the road, which belonged to the city. And so we've got a good relationship with our sisters in the city. And we have worked hard to try to, when it made sense, just finish the road out and the city pay the county back. And that's worked well. There's been 2 or 3 times that we've done that, and it pays dividends to the citizen, right? It don't make sense to stop and then 1,000 foot down the road, the road's not done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
yeah.
That's worked well. And of course, the relationships that I had from my past endeavors was, I knew all the officials in the cities. There's one time where I probably had 99% of the city contracts in Middle Tennessee. And so that has paid dividends to where it's helped me with relationships, knowing who to call and the people to talk to try to work things out to where we can make a better situation.
Mm-hmm. You talked about the weather, but what are and growth? I'm sure growth and more people on the roads.
Sure.
Anything else that really contributes to road deconstruction, or better? There's probably a better word for that. But is it typically weather? I mean, I see you on Facebook when we have weather. So
right. Well, weather definitely fast tracks the roads demise, but a lot of the construction does as well. We have developments in Sumner County. We get a lot of truck traffic, And, I get calls all the time. People are wanting me to get the trucks off the road. And, they have as much right to be on the road as anybody does. But there's certain instances where I agree with the general public. Dump trucks shouldn't be driving on this little narrow road.
Mm-hmm.
And, I've tried to work with the companies that were doing that. And I gave them warnings. I said, if you dirty up the road or create something to where it's harming the road, I'm gonna stop you.
Yeah.
And I've had a few instances where I've had to go in and stop their construction until they got the mess cleaned up.
Yeah.
And so, that's one of the things that I see in the second term. We will work on widening some of the roads because we definitely have some narrow roads in Sumner County. But I would say going into the second term, we're going to concentrate on getting the roads caught up, getting them paved, getting them safe. You don't like hearing about citizens having to dodge potholes and not taking their life in their own hands, almost hitting a car head on because of the situation at hand. But it's something that is dangerous, and we take it very seriously.
Yeah. When we've worked together in the past, you're just one of the kindest people I know. Talk to me about being a leader for your team.
That when from day one, I met with everybody, and my goal as far as being the leader of this team was making sure that they knew how important the citizens of Sumner County are to me. In some cases, you have some attitudes where they feel like, well, they're the problem. I said, no, they're the reason. They're not the problem. They're the reason we have jobs. We save as many lives as any department in the county. And I said, when you take the attitude the right way, it creates a vibe. When people are excited that I get thank you cards now where people are going, your crew was so nice to me. They took the time to explain it, or they helped me. They did, and we're a service to Sumner County. And so, that is my attitude. And so that's who I am.
Mm.
I'm service hearted, and I want to make Sumner County a better place, and a place that they know that the highway department's got their back.
Yeah.
So they're doing a really good job. And of course, man, I am blessed with such great people, and they've really took that role and ran with it. And I get compliments all the time. It's a great thing. So that's really good because it makes people feel better about their tax dollars being spent.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah. I mean, kindness goes a long way, right? And explanation,
That's
right?
right. And I have people, if I can't talk them through it on the phone, I'll say, hey, let me come out there and meet you. Let's talk through it. And even if I can't help them, they appreciate that I took the time. Mm-hmm. And I usually come up with something that they can do to make their problem better, But I love it. It's really not a job to me. It's more of a passion. And it's when I'm driving back up the ridge at the end of the week and thinking about all the work I did, it's the gratification that I get in my heart that's the main thing.
Yeah. So what kind of questions do you get? Potholes, and then...
I get a lot of calls about state roads.
Oh, okay.
And I come in, I take a lot of time. I send emails back out to people. I let them know who to contact, what their numbers are. I kind of go that extra mile because people are like, why are you wasting your time? I said, well, at some point, people's going to get the understanding and go, no, that's a county road or that's a state road. And again, they appreciate me coming back and talking to them about it. But I get a lot of calls about litter. And we do have a state grant with the litter program, and there's a lot of litter in Sumner County. And so if you see any county roads that has litter, please call the highway department. We really try to keep tabs on that. And some of the tricks I've learned over the past few years is like when we're mowing the right of way, my guys are watching out. If they see anything, they call it in to where we can take care of it right away. So, but we got the litter crew working every day. It's a great tool for the county, and just, and of course, when people see you out there slaving and picking it up and working hard, they think a little bit. And maybe
Hopefully.
Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. You
Yeah.
know? And of course, some of it is, people running around with the trailers. They don't have it tarped good, and the stuff's blowing off. And so there's things that you can do better. It's just, tying down the tarps on your trailers, making sure you're not just blowing debris and stuff all over the road. And so it's been kind of a learning process. And we go out to different functions and try to educate people about that. I go to schools and talk about it, and that's been kind of fun. I like that.
You talk about littering in the school, or
Yeah, we talk about the litter program.
so the kids in the back seat can go, Mom.
Yeah, that's right. Toby said not to do that.
So this is conversations about good work, which of course you're doing good work. But when I say good work, what does that mean to you?
Just doing it right. I mean, this is tax dollars at work. We don't go in and put Band-Aids on anything. When we go in to redo a road, we come in and it's a process, and it takes us a little longer because we go in, we check all the culverts in the roads. A lot of times we take them out, put new culverts in, we re-ditch the road.
So tell me what that is.
A culvert is a storm pipe that runs under the road that when you have water and rain, it goes off in the ditches and it can transfer over from side to side.
Okay.
So it's a culvert pipe that runs on the road. So a lot of times we go in and replace all of them because we don't want to dig up our new road after we pave it. Then we have to degrass, and then a lot of times we come in and undercut the road. We know where there's bad areas in the road that has not, that has just broke down, and if we paved over it, it would just, over time, it would break down again. So we go in there and undercut it 2 to 3 feet, build it back up with surge stone, which is big rock, and it kind of bridges it over and makes it more stable. It gives it a little more stability. And then when we get done and we go back and pave, you really got a nice road, and it's going to last longer. And that's the thing is making it to where the years of our roads are, instead of lasting 10 or 12 years, are lasting 16, 17 years.
Which saves us money in the long run.
It saves us money in the long run. And I proved that to the commission. I mean, if you go back and look at what we were paying per ton 7 years ago and what we're paying today, it's a huge difference. So anything that we can do to make that life cycle longer for our roadways just helps.
Yeah. You're a roads expert. You've been in roads a long time. What has been surprising about this particular role?
In the private sector, I got done with jobs. That's a little different.
There was an end date.
And, I was blessed. I was very fortunate I had city streets, developments, commercial parking lots. I had $200 million interstate jobs that I managed and was overseeing. But you got to the end. And with this job, you can knock it out of the park for 4 weeks straight. And then when you come in at the end of the week and look at the email, there's still somebody mad at you because you're not there. And I've had to get used to that because it's just never ending. And we just keep striving for excellence and doing a good job. And if people are waiting on me, just be patient with me. I'm getting there as fast as I can.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, you've done a great job. Tell me, you're a new grandpa.
Yes.
Pa is what?
Pa.
Pa's your grandpa name.
Yes.
Tell me what it's like.
Several of my friends told me what it was going to be like, but you just don't know until you know, right? And it's amazing how the stress and everything just falls to the ground. When you're holding that baby, nothing else is important. And so it's been a great little joyful thing that happened to us. Me and Anita are ecstatic, and we've been waiting for this for a few years. We didn't know. We were hoping it would get here, and it finally did. So
it was worth the wait.
Oh yes, it was great. I'm the of the two, I'm probably the crybaby. Nita doesn't tear up hardly at all. And of course, when they come over and told us about it, it was over with. But no, we're happy, and it, getting to see, as a grandparent, we know how fast it can go now. Time goes, and you make them minutes count, the time that you spend with them. So it's a great blessing.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you. You check in on me. You'll text or call just to say how you doing, and you're a good leader, good person, and it's fun to see you. I knew how much you wanted this, and how much basically everything you've done in your life could have led to this
Right.
this moment, and to have this role. And it's not just doing the work; it is doing the work on behalf of the people. And you've done it really, really well. And anytime I talk about you, I think everyone smiles and says, just we're thankful. And it's not just about the job you're doing, but the character you bring to it. So
Great.
thank you. Is there anything else you want people to know about roads or the job you're doing?
Be a partner. If you see anything on the county roads that could be a concern, always call. It's not a hindrance to us. That's what we're there for. And please let us know. One of the things that has been odd was since I took office in 22, we've had about 10, 11 big rainstorms. 100-year floods. And it's several.
Yeah.
And, it seems like when we have a storm come through, it's just ridiculous, the water flow that we get. Most of the roads in the county have creeks running beside them, so it's created some dangerous situations. I've gotten the process. We go out and we close the roads down. We notify people on social media. We tell them when we reopen them, and we try to get things cleaned up. But there's been 6-7 storms that we had to go to every bridge in the county and clean out debris. We got 551 bridges.
What?
Yes, 551. And
I had no idea we had that many bridges.
there was one bad storm that it took us 3 months to clean out the bridges alone, and then get to the culverts, and then to the ditches. And then it just seemed like when we were catching up on getting things fixed, another one would come through. And so that delays us in the project that we have going. That's very important.
Fix.
But when it's an emergency situation, we just have to stop, and we got to take care of that. And so for the most part, people are patient, and I think we got some of the best people in the world in Sumner County. So
Agreed.
I just hope we can keep raising the bar and doing a better job each year.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks
It's
for
great
being on
seeing
here.
you.
Good to see you.
All right.